Hey, what's going on, guys? Here's another video for you. This is my Singapore Sling collection. This is a video I've been wanting to do for a while. Singapore Sling's like one of my favorite bands currently. I found out about them, I think I found out about them in like 2019, and I wasn't that impressed when I first heard them, but they've grown on me ever since, and I think they have a really solid discography. Yeah, Singapore Sling, for those of you who don't know, is a psychedelic rock band from Iceland. They formed in 2000. And I'll say right off the bat, there's not a whole lot of information about them as far as like kind of how they started, or I guess the main guy behind the band is Henrik something. Because there's a couple albums where I think towards the later, Henrik Bjornsson. Towards the later part of their discography, I think it's just him playing, and then like in the beginning half, I think he has a band. So they started in 2000. In 2002, he released his first album, The Curse of Singapore Sling. Very good album, very good debut. It's not quite as... he hasn't found his sound yet, but there's still some good elements. Like Summer Garden is so goofy. No Soul Man is good. Roadkill is awesome. Listen, Dirty Water. There's some good songs on here. It's not my favorite. A couple of the songs on here are kind of just, in my opinion, filler, but it's pretty solid for what it is. Like I said, there's some catchy moments, but this is not nearly as good as the stuff that's gonna come after this. So I'd probably give this 6.5, 7 out of 10. It's good. And then in 2004, he released Life is Killing My Rock and Roll, which I think the title of this comes from a Sonic Boom song, if I'm not mistaken. The guy from Spaceman 3, I think one of his albums had a song called Life is Killing My Rock and Roll, and I think the guy in this band, Henrik, is definitely a Spaceman 3 fan. You can hear it in the music, so that's pretty cool. But anyway, this is definitely a step up from the first album in a lot of ways. You have songs like Curse, 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 which is an excellent song, very catchy. Rocket is awesome. It reminds me of like some 1950s, like, dirty rock and roll song. The title track, Life is Killing My Rock and Roll, excellent. I love the ending of that. The lyrics in it are, you know, humorous and like kind of dark, which is, you'll see, is like a theme through most of his music. Living Dead is one of my favorite songs they've ever written. Him, they, whatever, I don't fucking know. I think there's a band in this one, so we'll just say they've ever written. That's such a fucking good song. You know what it actually reminds me a lot of? Living Dead. It actually kind of reminds me of like Rob Zombie in a way. There's these backing spoken word vocals at times that remind you of like a Rob Zombie movie. It's pretty cool. I don't really like Sugar. Let's Go Dancing is okay. Yeah, it's definitely better than the first album. It's not perfect. There's a couple fillers on here, but the songs that are really good are really fucking good on here. So, you know, definitely a step in the right direction. He's starting to find his sound. So then after that, in 2009, he released, well, actually, I should say in 2008, he released Taste the Blood of Singapore Sling. That's only an EP, so I didn't really include it on here, but I will say it's definitely my least favorite release by him. There's not a lot of good songs on here. There's one song, I think it's number 2, that I like, but the rest of them I'm not a huge fan. It's only like a 30-minute album. But then after that, in 2009, he released Perversity, Desperation, and Death, which I have on CD. This is his strongest work thus far, easily. You have songs like I Believe. God Man is such a good fucking song. One of my favorites by Singapore Sling. Super catchy. They also released a music video for that, which is cool. Make Us a Fire is so good. Soul Peace, Girl Powder, Martian Arts. There's so many good songs on here. This is definitely his catchiest work to date. That is, you know, thus far in the discography is basically what I'm saying. But yeah, this is a must-have. This is one of his best albums. There's not really There's definitely songs that are better than others, but for the most part, I think everything on here is really, really good. Very, very solid album. I think, is this, yeah, they're still not on Fuzz Club yet, but yeah, I think you can find this like on Amazon fairly easy, because the next two releases by him are pretty hard to get. Like on Discogs, there's only like one copy, and it's like $25, which is like, eh. So in 2010, he released Singapore Sling Must Be Destroyed. That's a good album. It's shorter. It has some shoegaze influences on there, which is pretty cool. Like Summer Times is a good song. Christmas Colored Tears is cool. Kind of like almost has the same feel as like Red Water by Typo Negative. It has very like darkly, like it has a lot of like bell sounds on there and stuff, like Christmas sounding. You Can Never Change Your Heart's really good, and the rest of it's decent. Shadow of the Mallet is the last song. That's like an instrumental. It's not a bad album. I would definitely get it if I saw it, but as of now, it's not like a must-have in the discography. So basically, I guess I forgot to do this. I would give this, Life is Killing My Rock and Roll, I'd give this an 8 out of 10. This I would give an 8.5 out of 10. Excellent album. And then Singapore Sling Must Be Destroyed, I'd probably give that like I'd give it a 7.5. It's a good album. And then in 2011, he released Never Forever, which seems to be their most popular album on Spotify. It's a good album. Again, I don't own it. It's very hard to get. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's the last album before they went on to Fuzz Club Records, which I'll get to. But yeah, it's a decent album. Never Forever is good. Sleep is good. You can't compare. I really like the vocal production on that. He really steps it up. And he's definitely pretty much found his sound by now. It's just the songs aren't quite as memorable as some of the other releases. So I'd probably give that like a 7.5 out of 10. It's good. And again, if I ever saw it, I would definitely pick it up. But for now, it's, you know, maybe someday I'll get it. So then anyway, 3 years later, in 2014, I guess this is what signed him to Fuzz Club Records. This is The Tower of Phoronicity. Yeah, so this might be his best album. It's between this and one other. This is like a near perfect album. I love every moment on here. You Drive Me Insane is excellent. I love the lyrics. All Your Sins is a perfect song. I love the clean guitar with the delay and everything. And again, the vocals are awesome. They're dark, they're humorous, they're very well written. And the vocal production, for those of you who don't know, it's like one of the things that makes his music stand out among other psychedelic rock artists. The vocals are excellent on here. Careful I'm Evil is awesome. Let's Go is awesome. Has a very, like, for lack of a better term, Scooby-Doo vibe to it. Like, if you hear the music, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's very, like, Hanna-Barbera spooky, but it's very catchy and, like, dark at the same time. Kill Baby Kill is awesome. Nothing's Real is awesome. Who Put the Ebb in the Ebb, Ebb, Ebb is one of his best songs. Just a phenomenal song. I love the guitar in there. Again, the lyrics are hilarious. Absolute Garbage is great. I Hate Myself is hilarious. Again, the lyrics in there are just so funny. I Obsessive Love is a short one. And then the last song, Tired, is just so perfect. Again, just brilliant writing, song-wise and lyric-wise. I absolutely love this album. I'm giving this a 9.5 out of 10. It's excellent, excellent stuff. I thought this was sold out for a while, but then the US Fuzz Club store opened and they had this in stock, and I jumped on this like right away. I was like, oh shit, I need to get this. So yeah, excellent, excellent stuff. 9.5 out of 10. So then after that, in 2015, he released Psych Fuck, and as well as this album. I think this is probably when he starts just doing the band by himself, because I think there's like programmed drums and shit like that, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't take away from the music at all. So this is more the same of that. I think it's just him. And yes, this is this is a good album. It's not as good as the Tower of Phonicity, but it definitely has its high points. The Underground is excellent. I love the I love like the chorus in that. AEJL is awesome. Astronaut's hilarious. Shithole Town. And then the last song, The Tower of Phonicity. It's a really good album. It's not his best. There's some filler, but overall it's very good. I'd give this a 8 out of 10. Good stuff. So then after that, in 2017, he released Kill 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 Songs About Nothing, which again was released on Fuzz Club Records. This one's a little better than Psych Fuck in my opinion. You have songs like Shake Shake Shake, Scum Scum Scum. These song titles are just awesome. Fuck Everything, which is awesome. Bop Bop Boo is really good. I love that song. I love how like repetitive it is and everything. Evil Angel is really good, very hypnotic. Surrounded by Cunts, again, hilarious. Riffermania, I love that song. The music video for that is so cool. Nothing's Theme and Nothing and Nowhere. Yeah, great stuff. It's not quite as good, again, as the Tower of Phonicity, but yeah, I would definitely give this like an 8.5 out of 10. Very, very solid stuff. A lot of memorable tracks. Yeah. So then in 2019, he released Killer Classics. I have this on CD and I have this on vinyl as well, which I got both of these from the Fuzz Club US store, which is fucking awesome because I've wanted this on vinyl for a while. I just didn't feel like the overseas, it was a bit expensive. But anyway, yeah, this is the one that's on par with Tower of Phonicity. I can't fucking say that word. As being his best. There are so many fucking good songs in here. Suicide Twist is so good, so catchy. All the Way In, I love that song. Sugar and Shite, excellent. Highway Reject is my favorite song he's ever written. I listen to that song almost daily. I absolutely fucking love that song. I love the guitar. I love the backing vocals, the melody, everything. It's a Hit is awesome. Switchblade is awesome. Nothing Matters But Rock and Roll, excellent. Underground Man, Confusion Then Death. I mean, there's so many fucking good songs on here, and I love the cover. It perfectly embodies what his music conveys. Hilarious, dark humor, catchy fucking psych rock, awesome leads. 9.5 out of 10, no doubt about it. So then his final album that he released under this moniker, and we'll get to that in a second, came out in 2020. This is called Good Sick Fun. I'm pretty sure he only released this on vinyl. Let's see if this is just yeah, it's just regular black. This is a good album. I will say it's a bit too long. There's some parts of it that I feel like don't need to be as long as they are. And I just feel like as a whole it kind of carries on a bit too much. But there are some good songs. Touched of Filth is one of the best songs he's ever written. Soul Kicks is cool. Good Sick Fun is cool. Summertime Blues. Love Sick, Love Fuck, Vindication. They're all, like, those ones are, they're good. They're not amazing. I feel like he definitely slowed down his tempo a lot on these songs, which is fine. They're good songs, but I just don't think they're as good as his earlier shit. Sick Fuck is awesome. Sick in the Street is awesome. No Fire is cool. Girl Inside Your Head's decent. And there's a lot of guest musicians on this album, which is cool. But yeah, I mean, I wasn't blown away by this. It's definitely very good, but it's not his best work, so I'd give this an 8 out of 10. And then in, I guess, 2023 or whatever, he found, again, there's like no information on anything. It's just his Bandcamp that exists, but he founded this, I guess, his new solo project, which is called The Cult of One. And I've talked about this album on my one of my collection updates videos. This is his first album, which came out on vinyl, again on the Fuzz Club shop. Monomaniac. I think this is a colored one, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's cool red. Yeah, it's a good album. I like it. It's very similar to Singapore Sling. I know, stands back in amazement. But I guess it's more minimalistic and more like, I guess, synth-based and more focused on like the mechanical drums and everything. And, you know, it's good. I like Singapore Sling a little bit better, but it's still good for what it is. There are some good songs on here. All in Your Head is awesome. I love the lyrics in that. Son of God is very good. The other one's good. Down with the General Shite's a good song. Witching Dance, Bop Till They Drop, that's great. Dark Sparkles. Yeah, it's a solid album. I enjoy it. Again, I'd probably give this an 8 out of 10. And then the other albums he has on Bandcamp under that moniker of The Cult of One, honestly, I'll have to listen to them again, but they weren't my favorite. I don't know if it's maybe I was listening to them at the wrong time or something, but I wasn't that impressed. I liked this one a great deal, but the other stuff I remember not liking too much, so hopefully, I don't know. He always puts out like the odd random single here and there, and I like those a lot. But I guess a part of me kind of wishes he just stuck with the later era Singapore Sling foundation. But yeah, I mean, as a whole, Singapore Sling, one of the best bands out there in the psych rock fucking genre today. If you haven't checked these guys out, definitely do yourself a favor and check out their whole discography. It's all worth checking out. Even like the ones that aren't like the best, this one and a couple of the others, it's all worth checking out. So yeah, that's my video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you on the next one.